for an original song.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Honkai Quest, part of Honkai Impact the Third. We're getting closer and closer to finishing, and this would of course be the only one that doesn't have voice acting. Yay! About 30 minutes later, after the three adventurers arrived at the floating isles, Master Waterjin, you have to try this. Huh? This is a fresh, airy fruit juice, one of our special local products. Though it's not as sweet as the rocky fruit juice you just had, it's as refreshing as your spring water. But I'm already so full. I can guarantee you'll like it. Rita bent down and poured Waterjin a full glass of greenish juice. After some hesitation, the Waterjin raised her glass and drank the juice up. Whoa, this juice is so good. Can I get a refill, Rita? Of course, Master Waterjin. Did you hear that, Delta? She called me Master Waterjin. Miss Waterjin is beaming. Celie, Delta, you gotta try this. It tastes so unbelievably good. As good as my spring water. Waterjin waved her glass at Celie and Delta, who had been seated at another table. We're flattered that you like our juice, Master Waterjin. Miss Delta, Miss Valerie, here's your juice. Celie hesitated for a few seconds and took a glass of juice. However, I'm gonna take a drink. That's fresh spring water. That fresh spring water is really good. I'm just having yoo-hoo. However, Delta made no move, her arms still crossed. Rita smiled and gently put down another other glass in front of her. Come on, girl. I like her outfit, dang. An inebriated red-haired woman sat down between Celie and Delta, her arms around their shoulders. This is your welcome party. Make yourselves at home. I'm gonna hide that for a second. Look at that outfit! Why did she not get that outfit in the game? That is an awesome outfit. Himeko patted Celie's shoulder heavily and held Delta tighter with the other arm. Leave me alone, you smell terrible. What, you don't like sweet smell of alcohol? This is the smell of adulthood. Wanna try it? No. You seem like a cute little girl, but why are you so cold to us? We're not bad people. Yeah, you're trying to look cool, I know. Seeing Himeko had no intention to withdraw her arm from her shoulder, Delta coldly moved her hand away and raised the glass and took a sip. It does taste good. Delicious, huh? I can tell you're from your face that you love it. Oh, and this airy fruit wine is even better. Do you want to try? Himeko-senpai, Miss Delta clearly prefers to have some alone time, so how about we give her more personal space? Rita came back as they talked and refilled Himeko's drink. You barely touched your food, Miss Valerie. Our local specialties don't agree with you? Sorry, we don't have abundant foodstuffs here. Our farmlands have been polluted due to the Dark Lord's assaults. No, the food you prepared looks great, Miss Rosswise? German chick? It's just that... This place looks so different from what I imagined. I think I need some time to process. I see. What did you think the floating isles should look like, Miss Valerie? I thought it must be a chaotic place where adventurers would encounter swarms of scary monsters. It used to be like that, but after efforts made by all the adventurers, we managed to build this adventure base. This is amazing. Who'd have thought there's a safe place, sophisticated adventure base on the floating island? Are all the adventurers here? Fuha-senpai is patrolling the other isles. The rest of them are all here. Celie disappointedly bowed her head. She didn't see the petite figure that she had been looking for. I have to say, Miss Valerie, you and your companions surprised us even more. Huh? If we haven't If we haven't seen you with our own eyes, we wouldn't believe Master Waterjin came here with new adventurers. Each of the other adventurers here have been guided by Master Waterjin. We would never make it here without her help. Oh, so here's to Master Waterjin. Huh? Oh, cheers. Here's to Master Waterjin. Dozens of adventurers raised their glass to the Waterjin while chanting her name. Oh my god, it literally is Konosuba. So loud. I'm gonna have a drink. Cheers! Here's your ASMR. Delta rubbed her forehead, stood up impatiently, and started to walk towards the exit. Where are you going, Miss Delta? To the Dark Castle. This party is taking forever. I don't have time for this. Neither does the Dark Lord. But it seems Miss Waterjin wants to get more food. She can stay here. She's nothing but a burden to me. I prefer to go without her. Her duty as the guide is already complete. I only need to pass through the floating aisles to reach the Dark Castle. I don't need any help to get rid of the monsters on the way. Wait, Miss Delta, I don't want to stay here either. Can I go with you? But I have a few questions to ask the adventurers here. Can you wait for me for a while? Make it quick. I will. Thank you, Miss Delta. Celie forced her way through the cheering adventurers and came to Rita. Miss Rawswise? Oh, Miss Valerie. Where were you and Miss Delta? We've been looking for you. Miss Rawswise, have you met an adventurer named Bronya? Celie's voice was small compared to the adventurer's cheer. But when Celie mentioned the name Bronya, they all quieted down immediately. Huh? What happened? Did I say something wrong? I'm so sorry. Bronya? Why do you want to find Bronya, Miss Valerie? Because she's my big sister. She went missing a long time ago, and I came all the way here to find her. Being stared at by the adventuress, Celie helplessly stood there with her head bowed, wringing her hands. She could hear the adventurers murmuring, but she could not hear the exact content of the murmurs. She was afraid, her voice even started to tremble, but she finally managed to gather some courage and looked up at Rita. Miss Rawswise, if you know Bronya's whereabouts, please tell me. However, Rita did not respond. Instead, she turned around to face the adventurers and clapped her hands. Adventurers, the party is over. Please return to your posts and start your work for the daily training. The adventurers dispersed. Rita started to clean up. The party's over already? But it's just started. Miss Rawswise. So, the next chapter I'm not going to read. My throat's actually dying. Did I say something wrong? Why does everyone seem to hate me and my sister? You did nothing wrong, Miss Valerie. But why did they... Because Bronya is the name that no one here wants to speak of. I don't know how to explain it to you. Explain? What did my sister do? Please tell me, Miss Rawswise. It's fine, Rita. I can explain it to them. Fuhai Senpai, you're back early. I heard that the Waterjin and the new adventurers came, so I returned to greet them. These people are new adventurers? Yes, Fuhai Senpai. This is Miss Valerie, and that young lady over there is Miss Delta. Adventurers, this is Fu Senpai. She is the founder of this base. I'm just calling her Fu. Greetings, adventurers from the faraway lands. My apologies for not being able to welcome you earlier. I was patrolling elsewhere. I didn't give a shit. Fu bowed to make her apologies, which rattled Celie. Please don't say that, Fu Senpai. We should be apologizing for troubling you and Miss Rawswise. I overheard the part of your conversation just now and have to... Where is the audio? And I have a rough idea of what's going on. Do you know where my sister is, Fu Senpai? Yes, come with me, Sali, Delta, and Waterjin. I'll show you where Bronya is. This is like such a weird glitch, and I know it's a glitch. A few minutes later, an open space outside the base. We'll go southwest to an isle and climb up the mountain there, which is the highest spot in the neighborhood. When we get there, we will be able to see Bronya. A mountain? Is my sister having her training there? You'll understand when we get there. But before we set off, I must first deal with the lurking danger among you. Lurking danger? Oh, I see, Fu-senpai. I assure you that Miss Delta is not... Whatever, I'm used to this. Fight me if you want. I'm tired of explaining anyway. But I'm curious. What's your criteria for identifying the Dark Lord? Combat power? Or my horns and tail? No, though you have an aura similar to the Dark Lord, I know you're not it. She is lurking danger, not you. What, Miss Waterjin? Why have you been pretending to be the Waterjin? Why did you join the adventurers and come here? Pretending, Miss Waterjin? How come? Answer me, who are you, imposter? And now, and yes, that is one heck of a weird glitch we're getting going on. But now, we begin the second part. Answer me, who are you, imposter? She's sus. Everyone, vote her out. I'm the Water Djinn, the Djinn who lives in the spring, Emerald Woods, and guides adventurers. Uh-huh. We did meet Miss Water Djinn there and have been guided by her, and the Adventurers Guild says. Right, the Adventurer's Guide. You can trust the guidebook because you wrote it in the first place. Right, idiot Djinn? Why are you taking her side? We've been traveling partners for long. Can't you just help me out here? I don't believe anything you say ever since I realized you were the writer of that guidebook Sali has. Adventurers will find the entrance to the ruins sooner or later. That guidebook just lures adventurers to your spring, where you give them extra guides that they don't really need. Bitch. Which means there is no Water Djinn who guides adventurers in the first place. How could this be? So Miss Water Djinn has been lying to us? No, I didn't lie to anyone. I am Water Djinn. No, you are not. You don't know me. I know that the real Water Djinn, she was a friend of mine. She left this world before my eyes. So she's no longer lives in this world after all. The sky was still clear, but everyone suddenly had a feeling that the storm just fell. The rain started to pour and the wind was howling. The fake Water Djinn, who was at the center of the storm, gazed at Fu in an exceptionally calm manner. Old friend of Water Djinn, please tell me. What had happened to that at that time? Water Djinn, Forest Djinn, and Grand Sage and me were the first to come to the floating isles. We had challenged the Dark Lord countless times, but failed to defeat it due to the eerie powers from another world. That's called respawning, baby. So we decided to let the Grand Sage leave this dangerous place, and continue her research on ways of defeating the Dark Lord in a safer area. And the rest of us stayed here to try to hold the Dark Lord off, and buy some time for her. In the end, the Grand Sage failed to find a way to defeat the Dark Lord, but she managed to create a barrier. At the same time, the Dark Lord launched the final assault. The sky was full of dark rifts, from which deluge of monsters came. These disgusting monsters are endless. Calm down, Water Djinn. We must hold out until the Grand Sage's barrier activates. Of course I know that, human. Watch out, more monsters coming. Ugh, annoying roaches. Blue spring water congealed into countless spears in mid-air and rained on innumerable rampaging monsters. You should stop using that spell, Water Djinn. Your body can't take it anymore. Don't underestimate me. Watch out. The Dark Lord ripped space and soundlessly emerged from a dark rift near the three girls. It did not immediately launch an assault, but the lightness rift started to consume everything nearby like a black hole, and the water djinn, who was already feeble and strained, was the closest to the rift. "Grab my hand, water djinn!" Forest Djinn and Fu clutched the water djinn's hand at the same time, trying to pull her away from the rift. However, the Dark Lord suddenly launched a violent attack. It smashed the floating isles under their feet in a flash. Forest Djinn fell with the shattered isles. Forest Djinn! Darn it, hold on to me, water djinn! Let go, human. Do you want to be consumed too? Fu gripped the water djinn's hand, which in turn caused her to be sucked deeper into the rift. Foolish human. Blue spring water formed a giant water sphere beside water djinn. What are you doing? Just leave, human, go defeat the Dark Lord and return to the Emerald Woods. And tell her I'm sorry. Water djinn pushed me away with that water sphere she summoned and was consumed by the rift. No one knows what is behind the rift. No one knows where she is. The Grand Sage managed to activate the barrier thereafter, which closed the Dark Lord and monsters off on floating islands. And I stayed here to fight the monsters and guide adventurers while looking for water djinn. So Fu-senpai is the first adventurer, and the real water djinn is your adventure companion. Then who is the Miss Water Djinn who has been traveling with us? I am also a djinn of the spring water, just like her. I am her little sister. What? I see. When the Dark Lord first descended, humanity and the djinns formed an alliance. They sent their best warriors to fight the Dark Lord together. My sister and the Forest Djinn were both our strongest warriors, while I was the least powerful among us djinn. I didn't master many spells, and I was not very strong, so I wasn't chosen for the battle. I had been waiting for my sister and Forest Djinn to come back and tell me their adventure stories ever since they left. But only Forest Djinn came back to Emerald Woods at last. I had asked Forest Djinn my sister's whereabouts many times, but she never gave me any answers. I tried to go find my sister, but Forest Djinn had been guarding the entrance to the ruins and wouldn't let me pass. So you got your eyes on the adventurers. Yeah, I made up some stories based on the djinn folklore I heard and wrote the adventurer's guide and snuck it to human towns. I disguised myself as my sister and provided guidance for all adventurers that came to Emerald Woods. I had been waiting for any adventurers who had been guided by me to bring back intel about my sister. But there were fewer and fewer new adventurers, and not a single one had returned. And then I met you, Delta. You're the strongest adventurer I've ever met. Way stronger than the Forest Djinn, maybe even comparable to the Dark Lord. So I thought if I joined your team, Forest Djinn wouldn't be able to stop me. Join my team? Don't flatter yourself, you just tagged along. Yeah, why would I do that? I think I kinda already knew what happened to my sister when the Forest Djinn refused to answer my questions. Then why did I still come here? Why did I have to ruin my last hope? Miss Water Djinn. Because sometimes it's easier to just be hopeless. A glimmer of hope is even more depressing than sheer desperation. It'll slowly torture you until it kills you. Miss Delta, please don't say that. She's right. Hope can be more painful than desperation. Let's just go. They walked in total silence. Soon they arrived at the floating isle Fu mentioned and reached the mountaintop. The dark castle is over there. Everyone looked in the direction that Fu pointed. Or, raised her hand. It was devastated, sunless, floating island which shattered Earth, on which monsters were. And that's where your sister is, Celie. Huh? She's still fighting the Dark Lord? I gotta go help her out. No, the old Dark Lord has already been defeated. Then, your sister Bronya has become the new Dark Lord. Well, let's continue on, shall we? I think this calls for a long episode. Bronya is the new Dark Lord? Celie froze with shock. Her sight dropped to the ground. No, it can't be. Fu, senpai, there must be some misunderstanding. Bronya is my sister. She can't be. I wouldn't believe it either if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Bronya was not the strongest adventurer, but the most relentless, since her first day here. She'd come to me for instruction and training every day. She was determined to grow strong enough to defeat the Dark Lord. She wasn't talented or had magic powers, like other adventurers. I just asked her why she wanted to be an adventurer. She told me that her little sister was once attacked by monsters and almost died. I was indeed seriously wounded when I was a child, and it left a permanent scar on my back. But I've always thought it was from a beast attack. I don't remember it at all. That's probably why she was so determined to defeat the Dark Lord. She wanted to protect you and shield you from danger and any terrifying facts about monsters. Later, she formed a commando of adventurers and carried out a raid on the Dark Castle. It was a tough battle, but they managed to defeat the Dark Lord at least. However, before they could celebrate the hard-won victory, Bronya, who was next to the Dark Lord's corpse, suddenly noticed something unusual. The Dark Lord's body suddenly began to emit cold light, and the blast it generated immediately swept all the adventurers out of the castle except Bronya. And the gate of the Dark Castle closed ever since. How could this be? Bronya. And, for a period of time thereafter, there were indeed fewer monsters, but the barrier was still on. So we guessed that Bronya didn't really kill the Dark Lord. Yes, and then the number of monsters started to increase again. I was worried that something unusual might be going on in the Dark Castle, so I sent several investigators to inspect. They found out that the gates of the Dark Castle was somehow opened again, and there was a new Dark Lord inside. The new Dark Lord looked just like Bronya. Is it me, or does Bronya's ass get possessed a lot? This can't be true. They must have made a mistake. I couldn't believe it either, so I went to the Dark Castle myself. And I was attacked by Bronya. She looked a bit different, but I was sure it was her. And the power she was using was the power of the Dark Lord. Even so, I still couldn't hurt Bronya. Oh! That got picked up by the mic. If anybody's wondering, I was trying to kind of clear something on my table. No, this can't be true. No way, my sister? My sister is not the Dark Lord. Of course she is. This is the cliché story. Celie frantically clutched Fu for a moment, then stepped back and picked up her weapon. Her eyes filled with tears. Are you gonna stab her? You must be the Dark Lord's minion. Oh my god, she is! You disguised yourself as an adventurer and came to trick me. You lied to Miss Waterjin, and now you try to lie to me. You're the true Dark Lord, aren't you? Calm down, Celie. Miss Delta, my sister, is not the Dark Lord. You know that, don't you? I don't know shit. This woman, she is the cunning Dark Lord. Up! I have no idea what it said. Okay. I could hit the history button, but I don't care enough. I'm Bronya's friend. I taught her how to fight, and I had been fighting alongside her. I don't want to believe it as much as you, but the truth is the truth. Your sister, the Bronya we know, no longer exists. Fu's roar suddenly cooled Celie down, and she smacked her in the face. I enjoy doing the sound effects. She knew from the bottom of her heart that Fu was not the Dark Lord's minion and didn't lie to them. She just couldn't believe the cruel truth. This has been an interesting story, but it's none of my business. And this dragon slayer becomes the dragon kind of drama is 20 years ago. Delta carelessly waved a hand and started to walk down the mountain. Celie, if you want to find out and see the truth with your own eyes, you can come with me and I'll help you one last time. But if you already lost all courage to face the truth, then just stay. I'm leaving either way. One thing's for sure, though. It doesn't matter to me whether the Dark Lord is in that castle, is Bronya or not. I'll kill her /he/it if they get in my way. And we'll play the pronoun game. No, you can't do that. Delta, you underestimate the Dark Lord. There's no way you could defeat her on your own. You never know until you try, am I right? Just then, the adventurers from the base came. I am going to skip the rest of the dialogue because holy crap, monsters are coming. You go back now and I'll help. Celie, get your scythe. That thing is bigger than the rest of us. Yeah, let's go see the truth. So what's your plan next? Stay here or go with me? I don't know. I already found the answer. I don't give a shit. I'm going back to the base. I want to help the adventurers. Are you sure about this? Bronya would make the same choice. She would definitely choose to go fight the monsters and protect everyone. I want to be like my sister. Okay, I'm gonna go defeat the Dark Lord. Bye. I have to say, you're already a real adventurer. Alright, I guess I could use some warm-ups before the final fight. I'll go to the base with you and do them a favor. Hey, idiot Jin, are you really gonna stay here? Yeah, just go without me. I don't care. She changed her outfit. Defeat the monsters and defend the world behind us. Nice slogan, but I don't see any Honkai beasts getting properly beaten up. Delta? Wait, do they know what Honkai are in this world? Oh, so the Dark Lord is a Honkai. Well, I'm just here to warm up. Right, let's do the final one. And then we move on to the last episode. Ooh, senpai. And dead. Huh? There's something unusual about the number and the movement patterns. Something must be brewing up in that castle. Oh, Bronya knows we're here then. Oh, it's about time we head to the actual castle. Alright, I'm bored anyway. If you still want to find your sister, get your butt going. Let's go. No buts, let's go. Yeah, they can keep them going. Let's go. You have to make a choice, Celie. Myriad blue water spears rained down upon the monsters with a cry. You're actually not that useless, idiot Jin. Miss Water Jin, go to the castle with Delta, Celie. You have to be there for your sister no matter what. But don't worry, I'll stay here and fight these monsters with the adventurers just like what my sister used to do. You're finally made the proper warrior. Delta, I still don't like you, but thank you for helping Celie and this world. Go to the castle and defeat the Dark Lord and protect this world. We need no more war or bloodshed. You have got to be kidding me, idiot Jin. Huh? I've told you like a million times I'm not some adventurer. Ask someone else to protect this world. Huh? Relax, I'm still going to the Dark Castle. As for the Dark Lord, I'll see what I can do, but I'm not promising anything. Hey. Miss Delta and Miss Waterjin haven't changed a bit. Well then, let's go, Celie. With that, guys, we will continue in the final episode of Honkai Quest for the Dark Lord's Castle. See you all there.